Assalamu alaikum. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. Before starting the topic, I'd like to call upon the name of Allah, the most merciful and most gracious. And Allah knows all the secrets of your hearts. Inna Allah alimun bijati sudur. So, as for every day, I'd like to talk about a new topic. In my previous video lesson, I talked about Millennium Development Goal, MDGs, and I have described each of the topic, each of the goals of MDG. Now the time for Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. So there are about 17 goals. So in 2015, leaders from 193 countries met together to face the future and created a plan that's called the Sustainable Development Goals. So this set of 17 goals will help you to reduce actually poverty, zero hunger, and also effect of the climate change. The United Nations Development Program, UNDP, is the leading organization working for fulfilling the demands, fulfilling the needs, and fulfilling the 17 goals of Sustainable Development Goals within 2030. This is the time limit for a sustainable development goal. Now the time for each of the topics. So let's have a catch and let's have a brief discussion about each of the goals of sustainable development goals. So there are 17 goals. So number one, you can watch a view. Sorry for the mirror effect. Number one is no poverty. Number two, zero hunger. Number three, good health and well-being. Number four, quality education. Number five, gender equality. Number six, clean water and sanitation. Number seven, affordable and clean energy. Number eight, decent work and economic growth. Number nine, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Number 10, reduce inequalities. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. Number 12, responsible consumption and production. Number 13, climate action. Number 14, life below water. Number 15, life on land. Number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And number 17, partnership for the goals. Number one goal of SDG is no poverty, so control and eradicate of poverty within 2030, extreme level of poverty in all forms. So this is, though it's a very ambitious goal, but we can believe that it can be done within the time frame 2030. Within the 2030, more than 800 million people around the world still live $1.25 per day wage. So this is the very pathetic news for every nation. So this is the core area to develop, and by developing this area, we can touch on other sectors and easily developing and developed on other sectors too. So number two goal of SDGs is zero hunger. So end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture is the motto and is the primary objective of sustainable development goal. So in last 2 decades, actually hunger has dropped nearly half. So it's a very good news for everyone in the world. If we want to keep our health sound and keep our health better, we have to ensure that everybody will take enough food and enough nutrition. So by developing this core area, we can develop and we can achieve the target of SDGs. Good health and well-being is the number three goal of SDG. So good health is very much needed for everyone because it is always good health is always considered as a wealth. So if you want to make propitious and shiny in our life, we must have a healthy life. We must have a healthy life and balanced diet too. So make sure that everyone of the world has access of safe food and also nutrition with a proper time and proper balancing way. Not just the education, rather quality education is number four goal of SDGs. So we have to protect different sorts of dangers like the political pandemonium from our institutions, from our academic institution like school, college, and university. By protecting these sorts of pandemonium and a pandemic situation from universities, college, and schools, we can protect or we can give the proper education and quality education each and everyone in the world. And we have done enormous progress in quality education, and the number of dropouts students are decreasing day to day, and it is a very good aspect for everyone. Number five objective, gender equality. So achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Women and girls are lag behind. There are still growers inequalities in work and wages, lots of unpaid women's work such as child work and domestic work, and discrimination in public decision making. But there are grounds of hope. Most regions have reached gender parity in primary education. The percentage of women getting paid for their work in the rise. The Sustainable Development Goals aim to build this achievement to ensure that there is the end of discrimination against women and girls everywhere in the world. Number six goal, clean water and sanitation. We must ensure that everyone in the world has access of safe and affordable drinking water. Water scarcity affects more than 40% of the inhabitants of the world. So this universal problem must have a universal solution by helping by more international cooperation, protecting wetlands and rivers, sharing water treatments. These are the objective. These are the solutions of reducing this matter as far as immediately. Affordable and clean energy, number seven objective of SDG. So the world population is rising day to day, and for this number, a rising number of population, we need to ensure electricity and another energy for the world. So how we were producing the energy, is that a matter? So by greenhouse effect, we are rising the temperature of the world. So this is the very pathetic and crucial factor for everyone. We have to ensure that we are producing electricity by green ways. So we have to protect our climate, protect our environment too. And for producing electricity, we are damaging our environment each of the seconds of a minute. So we have to make it clear that our energy, our world, make it transform in a green way so that we can live here together and live longer. Decent work and economic growth. Number eight goals of SDG. So, an important part of economic growth is that people have jobs and pay enough to support themselves and their families. The good news is that the middle class is growing worldwide, almost triple in size in developing countries in the last 25 years, to more than a third of the population. But today, the job growth is not keeping pace with the growing labor force. Things don't have to be that way. We can promote policies and encourage entrepreneurship and job creation to solving this matter. Number nine goal, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Now we have to give the paramount importance to the sector of technological advancement. So we have to create a lot of industry, and innovation makes the work faster than before, and infrastructure too. So technological progress helps us address to big challenges such as creating jobs and becoming more energy efficient. For example, the world is becoming ever more interconnected and prosperous thanks to the internet. More connected we are, the more we can all benefit from the wisdom and contributions of people everywhere on the earth. Number 10 objective and goal, reduce inequalities. There is a word saying in English that rich get richer and poor get poorer, but we can't bear it within anymore. We can and must have adopt some policies to make everyone propitious in the world and create an opportunity for everyone to being successful and them clear signs of a successful eminent person in the world. 11 number, sustainable cities and communities. More than half of the world's population now lives in cities, so cities is becoming bigger than bigger. So a lot of people love cities. They are centers of cultures and business and life. The thing is that they are also often centers of extreme poverty. To make cities sustainable for all, we can create good, affordable public housing. We can upgrade slum settlements. We can invest in public transport, create green space, and create a broader range of people involved in the urban planning project and decision too. Number 12 goal, responsible on consumption and production. We can have a world where everybody gets what they need to survive and thrive. And we can consume in the way that preserve our natural resources so that our children can enjoy them after their children and after their children and after that. The hard part is that how to achieve that goal. We can manage our natural resources more efficiently and dispose the toxic waste better. Get businesses and consumers to reduce and recycle waste, and help countries that have typical, not consumed a lot to move towards more responsible consumption patterns. Climate action number 13 goal. So everyone in the earth is facing the drastic effect of climate change. So in we have already discussed that we are destroying our climate, our environment, each of the seconds of a minute, and it is happening every corner of the world. So we have to protect it because the sound environment makes the sound uh, progress for everyone in the world. Every year, we are losing our wealth and life too by earthquake, by desert, by wetlands. So we have to make a plan to create a sustainable world where everyone has an equitable manner, where everyone has a dream to be success, dream to become success. Number 14, life below water. The ocean makes human life possible. Their temperature, their chemistry, their currents, their life forms. So, uh, for the thing, more than 3 billion people depend on marine and coastal diversity for their livelihoods. But today, we are seeing nearly a third of the world's fish stocks overexploited. Oceans absorb about 30% of the carbon dioxide that humans produce, but we are producing more carbon dioxide than ever before, and that makes the oceans more acidic, 26% more. Since the start of industrial revolution, the Sustainable Development Goals indicate targets of managing and protecting life below water. Number 15 goal, life on land. So humans and other animals rely on their forms of life on land for food, clean air, clean water, and as means of combating climate change. Plant life makes 80% of human diet. Forests, which cover 30% of the Earth's surface, help keep their air and water clean and Earth's climate balance. But the land and life on it are in a great trouble. Desert are spreading, animal breeds are going to extinct, and we can turn these trends around. Fortunately, the Sustainable Development Goals aim to conserve and restore the uses of terrestrial ecosystems such as forests, wetlands, drylands, and mountains by 2030. For fulfilling the SDG, we must look around the number 6. Now look forward to number 6, 16, a goal of SDG, that peace, justice, and strong institutions. So we must to ensure to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Number 17 goals, last but not the least, Partnerships for the goals. So, the objective of the goal is to strengthen the limits of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. Okay, the world is more interconnected today ever before, thanks to the internet, travel, and global institutions. Okay, so the final goal lays out a way for nations to work together, achieve all the goals. These are the 17 goals of SDG. So now the leaders from 190 93 countries need a partnership to develop the policies and make a plan and make a solution. And by bringing this solution, we must solve the problems like that water, like the scarcity of water, zero hunger. We can make the world of zero hunger where no poverty will seen. So it is the dream for everyone in the world. Thank you so much, and we hope for the best. Inshallah, one day our the world will become a global village. Here, everyone has access of safe and affordable drinking water, enough nutrition, enough food for everyone, and has access of internet, and everyone will achieve a primary and university education level. That's the motto of SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. Thank you very much for the time being. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we will talk about a new topic in future. Allah Hafiz.